The most recent story I heard, and they have given me approval to share it. It's a company called Meyer Labs. They basically make industrial cleaners. IT was something that was just there. And so maintaining their network, keeping it secure, was very low on their priority list. And the horror story that came out of that was they didn't have really any education around what to look for. They did have backups of their systems, but they sat right next to the production equipment, and actually some of the backups were on the production equipment. Bad actors basically got in through one PC. I want to say it was in July. They sat on the network, didn't really do anything. They did a software upgrade where they went from PC to PC to PC and used administrative credentials to do the upgrade. When they did that, the malware that was living on that one PC learned the administrative credentials because that's what it was looking for. And they say they did that on a Friday. Over the weekend, the malware had phoned home and said, hey, I got new info. So real live human beings got involved at that point because it was just sort of sitting there waiting for something to happen. Something happened. The actual bad actors got involved at that point. He used those administrative credentials to go to every single PC and to their servers and to their backups that were attached to the servers. Encrypted every single device in their network. That next morning, they arrived at work. Everybody got the same message, hey, you want your data back, pay the ransom. It was a crazy high ransom. I want to say the first offer was $750,000 payable in Bitcoin, which would put most small businesses out of business. Lucky for them, and this is something we recommend everybody has, they had cyber liability insurance. So the insurance company got involved. They negotiated the fee down. They wound up paying something less than the $750, which is kind of crazy to me because you're like negotiating a ransom early. And there's professional negotiators that do that, so the insurance companies brought that in. They were able to actually get the decryption keys. So again, they agreed to pay the ransom got paid, they sent them decryption keys. The crazy part about it, the bad guys actually have a customer service department. So they got decryption keys, some of them didn't work, and they essentially emailed the help desk at the bad guys and they're like, oh, sorry, try these keys. And those keys worked. So they have, it's like a customer service model baked into their ransom model. And the craziest part of it, and this is totally real, they asked for a recommendation at the end of that whole process. Like, hey, can you just, say we did what we said we were gonna do, that if you paid the ransom, we gave your data back. So they wanted the customer service thumbs up that, yeah, they did the right thing when you paid the ransom, because that's how they get more people to pay the ransom. It's a fascinating business model, but as an example of someone that didn't put a lot of high value on their IT, they recovered, they're doing fine. It was a lot of pain and time and effort, and there's a lot of forensic stuff that's got to go on the back end. Was any customer data compromised? Was any private health information compromised? I mean, there's a whole nightmare of things that will distract the management team for months and months after something like that occurs, not to mention the immediate downtime, because every single system in their network was locked up. The good news is they recovered, they got everything back, they had, I guess a positive customer experience with the bad guys, but that's an example of someone not really paying attention to their technology. They survived the disruption, but it's lucky they survived the disruption. And it's really lucky that they had insurance. Because if you didn't have insurance, you can't pay that kind of a ransom as a small business.